Hello, Maryland trombonists and prospective BSYO trombonists. My name is Evan Musanda. I am a private teacher in the Howard County area, as well as an alumni of the Baltimore Symphony Youth Orchestra. Today, I am here to talk to you and give you some tips and tricks about auditioning for the Baltimore Symphony Youth Orchestra as a trombonist. As a trombonist, there are 3 orchestras that you can be involved in at BSYO. The first is the Philharmonia Orchestra. It is the 3rd tier of orchestra, and it is the perfect ensemble for middle school students and younger high school students who want their first introduction to a full orchestra. The second group is the concert orchestra. It is the 2nd group, and it is perfect for high school students and very gifted middle school students. Lastly, there is the youth orchestra. This is BSYO's premier performing ensemble. It plays challenging repertoire, including recently Shostakovich's 5th Symphony, Elgar's Enigma Variations, and The Firebird. When auditioning for the Baltimore Symphony Youth Orchestra, you must choose from one of 3 excerpt lists. List A, the most difficult, List B, a good intermediate, and List C is the least challenging excerpt list. Today I will be going over the List C excerpts. The first excerpt on the List C list is from Ralph Vaughan Williams' English Folk Song Suite. I would recommend playing this excerpt at a standard march tempo, 120 beats per minute. However, if you need to adjust to fit your abilities, that is totally okay. As it says in the name, this is an English folk song suite, so really think of your inner Englishman when you're playing this. That means make it strong, however, keep it refined and pleasant. Make sure that you emphasize the differences between the standard marcato notes and the tenutos and slurs. The next excerpt on the list is from the Franck Symphony in D minor. In the original, many of the parts are doubling the tuba. It is important to get a very low and large sound. Think of the biggest pipes of an organ. Additionally, make sure that you play a little bit quicker at the beginning than when it moves to the lento tempo, you slow down a little bit. Really make this big and massive. Show how big your sound can get. Some additional statements I wanted to make on the Frank Symphony in D minor is that when you were going lower, make sure that you get louder. Try and emphasize the crescendos there. Really make it big and low, and like I said, like the lowest pipes of an organ. Try and think of something creepy like Halloween. Additionally, try and be deliberate about where you take your breaths. Think of where an organ player would take his hands off of the keys to reset them. The next excerpt is from Respighi's The Pines of Rome. This is from the catacomb scene. For those music historians out there, you would know that the trombone has typically been associated with either heaven or hell. For this excerpt, I want you to think more of heaven, really showcase the grandeur and the happiness that a trombone can bring. In this excerpt, it is important to know where the beat lies and where it does not. Try and keep track in your head of what's on the beat and what's on the end of the beat. Really make sure some of these rhythms are snappy. For some younger musicians, this excerpt can be particularly challenging due to it being in tenor clef. There are parts online that are written in bass clef to make it easier to read. In addition to each excerpt list, each student must perform 2 to 5 minutes of a solo piece of their choice. A good place to start for List C would be the Bordoni exercises. To demonstrate, I will play the opening statement of Bordoni Vocalese number 2. Number 3 if you're using the Roche book. When recording your audition, it must be done in one take. No cuts, splices, or editing. You should play your audition in the order of the printed excerpts, then after you finish those, proceed with your solo. Good luck to all the applicants using the List C excerpts. You can reach me by going to ekmusonda@gmail.com if you want individual help, or you can also reach me by going to Mike's Music of Maryland.